I have broken up with Kylie Jenner. The Kardashians are very clever and gold diggers. I left Kylie because of her past. She still loves Travis Scott. She is not interested in me anymore.
Breaking news, Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet have broken up. The reason they broke up is because of their busy schedules.
Today we're unpacking the full, quietly calculated timeline of Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. From the first eyebrow-raising whispers out of Paris to nearly 3 years of intentional privacy, to the subtle signs that something may have shifted behind the scenes, this relationship didn't just stay quiet, it stayed controlled. When rumors first popped up in early 2023, the internet didn't just react, it short-circuited. An Oscar-nominated indie darling and a beauty mogul who's been famous since childhood, people were confused, skeptical, and honestly a little judgmental. But those reactions weren't based on reality, they were based on stereotypes. Strip away the labels and suddenly the picture looks very different. Both Kylie and Timothée grew up in the public eye. Both were pushed into fame at a young age. Both are relentlessly ambitious, just operating in completely different worlds. And more than anything, they both understand the price of living every detail of your life under a microscope. That shared understanding is what made this relationship move differently from the start. And to really understand why this romance felt so guarded, you have to look at what came before. Kylie's dating history has always been loud, intense, and deeply intertwined with her public image. Relationships that played out in real time under nonstop scrutiny, shaping how the world saw her and how she saw herself.
Kylie Jenner would first meet Tyga when she was 14 and he was 21. And 3 years later, media would begin circulating of them at Kylie's 17th birthday party, where a now 24-year-old Tyga hands her a bottle of tequila and tells her to take a shot.
Now, are you smashing it now? Are you red shirting until you turn 18?
No, I'm not dating Kylie. I'm not dating that, so I just want to get that out the way. And I want to be clear to everybody that I didn't leave my family to be with Kylie. That's ridiculous.
With Travis Scott, Kylie didn't just date, she built a family. But behind the curated photos and red carpet appearances, insiders have long described the relationship as unstable, constantly on and off, and fundamentally misaligned. And when people say misaligned, they're not just talking about chemistry, they're talking about lifestyle, priorities, and the direction each of them wanted their lives to go. But this pattern didn't start with Travis. It started much earlier, with Tyga. Kylie was still a teenager, while he was already an established rapper, fully immersed in the music industry. From the very beginning, that relationship was flashy, hyper-visible, and controversial, drawing attention not just for who they were, but for when it was happening. Then came Travis Scott, and everything scaled up. The fame was bigger, the pressure was heavier, and while they shared 2 children and a global spotlight, multiple sources have claimed they didn't share the same priorities. What looked like a power couple from the outside was, behind closed doors, far more complicated than it appeared.
So obviously her and Travis Scott dated for a few years. I just remember how he gave her the bare minimum at all time. And every time while that relationship was happening, I couldn't believe that she was with him because he literally seemed so uninterested in her and like he didn't know anything about her.
And fully immersed in his world while Kylie was quietly moving in the opposite direction. Her focus shifted toward motherhood, routine, and building a sense of stability around her children. As her priorities changed, the gap between them only grew wider, creating a divide that fame, money, and public appearances simply couldn't fix.
Rise and shine. Oh my goodness, you and Mark from sleeping. You were sleeping good.
They tried to make it work. More than once, they circled back, hoping timing or effort would finally stabilize what never truly settled. But it never did, and that matters because it sets the stage for why Timothée Chalamet feels so different. Timothée doesn't come from Kylie's world, and that may be exactly the point. He isn't a rapper, he isn't tied to her past, and he doesn't thrive on spectacle. Where Kylie's previous relationships played out loudly, publicly, and chaotically, this one moved with intention. Quiet, measured, almost strategic. When rumors first surfaced in early 2023, there were no Instagram confirmations, no dramatic hard launch, no red carpet debut, just a few paparazzi photos and a lot of silence. Sources close to Kylie repeatedly described the relationship as slow, private, and low pressure. Words that had never been used to describe her dating life before. This came after years of hyper-visible relationships where every appearance became content. Every absence sparked speculation, and every move turned into controversy. And Kylie had already proven she could disappear when she wanted to. Back in 2017, she vanished for an entire pregnancy. Despite being one of the most photographed women on the planet, she managed to keep the biggest moment of her life completely private. So when it came to Timothee, many believed this wasn't accidental, it was a choice. Protect it from the Kardashian machine, protect it from the internet, and possibly protect him. For months, everything about Kylie and Timothee stayed quiet. Until September 2023, when that silence cracked. At a Beyoncé concert in Los Angeles, the two were spotted together in the VIP section, laughing, leaning in and kissing. Days later, they appeared courtside at the US Open. And this time, there was no effort to downplay it. No pretending, no distancing. Sources suddenly described the relationship as fun, easy, and uncomplicated. And for the first time, Kylie wasn't explaining herself, she was just showing up. But the moment Kylie began attending Timothee's world premieres, award shows, industry dinners, the internet snapped back into a familiar pattern.
Why, Timothee? Why are you dating Kylie Jenner? He's dating a witch, and everyone knows they have a curse. Does he want to ruin his reputation? Does he want his career to be in the mud?
Commentators questioned why she was there. Timothee symbolized traditional Hollywood credibility, while Kylie represented something entirely different. And that contrast is exactly why this relationship confused so many people and why it became impossible to ignore.
It's like, I love that she looks like Jessica Rabbit and that he looks like Flat Stanley, okay? He loves that big old fake butt and those big old fake boobs.
Their first official red carpet debut as a couple didn't happen in Hollywood. It happened in Rome, Italy, at the David Di Donatello Awards in May 2025. And that choice wasn't random. Rome kept the moment elegant, controlled, and safely outside the usual Kardashian media chaos. No flashing circus, no overwhelming frenzy, just a quiet statement that felt intentional. Months later, in December 2025, Kylie and Timothee stepped onto the red carpet together again, this time for the Marty Supreme premiere. And that appearance mattered even more, because just weeks earlier, many people were convinced the relationship was over. The silence had sparked breakup rumors, timelines were being dissected, and speculation was everywhere. But that red carpet appearance shut it all down, reinforcing one thing very clearly: they weren't fading out. They were still very much together, and still moving on their own terms.
Y'all were saying these two are broken up. They're over here planning their Britney and Justin moment. I'm sorry, but there's no other couple doing it like these two. And they don't even give us anything. But when they do, it's good.
She was also spotted by his side at the Critics' Choice Awards, where Timothee took home Best Actor, a moment that quietly reinforced how present she had become in his professional world. And for the third year in a row, Kylie attended the Golden Globes with him as well, watching from the audience as he won Best Actor once again. No grand speeches, no explanations, just consistent presence. And in Hollywood, that kind of consistency speaks louder than any headline.
How long are you in London?
3 days.
You got to work on the voice. Not quite got the voice yet. But look, lovely attention to detail. You're with a Kylie Jenner lookalike. Well done. Well done, team. Excellent work.
But fans began noticing one detail that kept showing up again and again: a large diamond ring, worn consistently yet never on her ring finger. Instead, Kylie wears it on her pinky, and that small choice sparked massive speculation. Was it just a statement piece or something more deliberate? For many, it felt intentional, a quiet symbol hiding in plain sight. And almost immediately, theories started flying that the ring might be subtle proof that Kylie and Timothee are already engaged, just not ready to say it out loud.
Kylie Jenner is absolutely engaged. She was seen wearing this ring, which you can see she also wore to the Golden Globes. Do you really think Kylie Jenner's just repeating jewelry? Here she is wearing this giant ring again in a normal everyday get ready with me type video. She has not stopped wearing it since the holidays, where she was known to celebrate with Timothee Chalamet.
Timothee didn't call Kylie his girlfriend, he called her his partner. And he didn't do it once, he did it twice. Both times were during major moments: his Best Actor acceptance speeches at the Critics' Choice Awards and the Golden Globes. In Hollywood, words are chosen carefully, especially on a stage like that. And for many fans, that single word carried more weight than any ring ever could.
For my parents, for my partner, I love you. Thank you so much.
Kylie Jenner is absolutely engaged.
I'm starting to see more clips of Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, like, in public holding hands.
People are asking me what I think about Timothee and Kylie, and I said it last award season. They're the only two worth tuning in for.
And it just had me thinking about how much Kylie Jenner has improved in her love life since she left Travis Scott.
Sources claim Kylie and Timothee have been living together for about a year, sharing a home with Kylie's 2 children. And for Kylie, someone who has always been extremely protective of her kids' stability, that's not a casual move. That's a line she doesn't cross lightly. Kylie Jenner has spent most of her life in the public eye, but this relationship hasn't followed the pattern of the others. With Tyga, the spotlight was constant and unavoidable. With Travis Scott, the relationship was public, high-profile, and deeply tied to image. But with Timothee Chalamet, everything shifted. They didn't rush a red carpet debut. They didn't soft launch on social media. Instead, what we saw was quiet consistency, private support, and public moments only when they actually mattered. Kylie Jenner first crossed paths with Tyga when she was just 14 years old, while he was already 21. At the time, no one was really paying attention, but fast forward 3 years and things suddenly looked very different. The internet exploded after photos began circulating from Kylie's 17th birthday party, showing a now 24-year-old Tyga right by her side. And what really set people off? Footage of Tyga casually handing Kylie a bottle of tequila, encouraging her to take a shot. That moment alone sparked serious backlash, raising eyebrows and questions that fans and critics wouldn't stop talking about. Just 2 days later, Tyga made headlines again, this time for calling off his engagement to Blac Chyna, the mother of his child. Things got even messier when he no-showed a club appearance in West Hollywood, reportedly because the venue refused entry to underage Kylie Jenner. Naturally, the rumor mill went into overdrive with whispers that Tyga and Kylie were secretly dating. Feeling the heat, Tyga went on The Breakfast Club to try and clear the air, but fans weren't buying it, and the speculation only intensified. Things quickly spiraled into a full-blown drama as Kylie and Blac Chyna started throwing shade at each other across Instagram and Snapchat, turning their tangled situation into a messy love triangle. 26-year-old Chyna, 24-year-old Tyga, and just 17-year-old Kylie Jenner. The tension only escalated as more photos of Kylie and Tyga leaked, capturing the public's attention, and even Drake couldn't resist throwing a jab, rapping, "Act your age, not your girl's age." Amid all the chaos, something unexpected happened. The King Kylie era had officially begun. Her followers were skyrocketing across Tumblr, Snapchat, and Instagram. She was dating Tyga, feuding with Chyna, and now even some of the world's biggest rappers were talking about her, mostly about her wild, controversial relationship. At just 17, Kylie had become the center of one of the juiciest celebrity storms of the decade.
Now with Tyga, you feel like his relationship with your sister-in-law is inappropriate?
They're closer in age than a lot of relationships that I know, you know.
He's 25, she'll be 18 in August, like.
Yeah, I knew Tyga was smart.
Around this time, fans couldn't help but notice changes in Kylie's face, sparking a wildfire of plastic surgery rumors online. Her style was shifting too, with many claiming she was mimicking Blac Chyna, Tyga's ex-fiancé. And this would not be the last time Kylie seemed to reshape herself in the image of the woman before her. Meanwhile, Tyga was making things even messier. He got Kylie's name tattooed on his arm and dropped a song called Pleaser, where he seemingly brags about dating a 17-year-old while being 24. Even rapping about T-Nasty potentially catching a felony. Then came Stimulated, where he controversially claims she's a big girl when she's stimulated, fueling even more scandal and outrage online.
I want to be clear to everybody that I'm not dating Kylie.
Khloe Kardashian actually came to Tyga's defense in an interview with Complex magazine, admitting she had dated men in their 20s when she was just 16, and insisting that Kylie was a special case so it didn't matter. The following month, Kylie turned 18 and went public with Tyga at her birthday bash, complete with a jaw-dropping Ferrari worth $320,000. This, many would say, marked the peak of the King Kylie era. By now, she was Snapchat's most followed star and had become the blueprint for a generation of young women everywhere. Kylie seized the moment, launching her now infamous lip kits. Debuting in just 3 colors, the kits sold out almost instantly, with Kylie claiming they were the secret behind her signature plump lips. Even after later admitting she'd had lip filler, her fame skyrocketed, gaining over 80 million Instagram followers. By the end of 2016, her lip kits had generated more than $300 million in revenue, cementing her status as a bona fide business mogul. With her meteoric success, the King Kylie era began to shift. Kylie's content moved from casual in-and-out drive-through posts to boardrooms and factory visits, signaling a new, more polished mogul aesthetic. Meanwhile, the controversy around her relationship with Tyga fizzled. What had once been scandalous was now just another Kardashian romance. Even the feud with Blac Chyna lost steam after she announced a relationship, engagement, and pregnancy with Kylie's brother Rob, making the whole saga more bizarre than shocking. Without the drama fueling it, the chaos that had defined the King Kylie era finally faded, and Kylie ultimately called it quits with Tyga, closing one unforgettable chapter of her rise to fame.
We started talking to Kylie, which was kind of crazy because she was like underage. I think she was like 16 or something. And we was like engaged and stuff. So that's kind of like what ended it.
How did you find out about that?
I feel like the same way everybody else did, the internet.
Just 1 month after her breakup with Tyga, Kylie was spotted holding hands with rapper Travis Scott at Coachella in 2017. In an interview with GQ, Kylie revealed that after the festival, she had spontaneously joined Travis on tour. And barely a month into their whirlwind romance, Kylie became pregnant with her first child. During the pregnancy, Kylie retreated from the public eye, disappearing from Keeping Up with the Kardashians until the world learned of the birth of her daughter Stormi in 2018. For a brief moment, Kylie tried a mom influencer rebrand, posting about walks with the baby, gardening, and domestic life, but it didn't resonate. By then, she was a 20-year-old mother, while her fan base was mostly teenagers and young adults. The chaotic, carefree relatability that had once made her stand out among her siblings was gone. Instead, she fit neatly into the polished, wealthy mold of the Kardashian brand. With her rebrand failing, Kylie once again slipped out of the spotlight. Then came a shocking twist. Forbes announced Kylie as the youngest self-made billionaire. The world went wild, but so did the backlash. Fans argued that a 20-year-old born into one of the richest families on the planet who had been on reality TV since age 10 could hardly claim to be self-made. The drama only escalated when Forbes retracted the statement months later, accusing Kylie of allegedly inflating her revenue figures. The retraction revoked her billionaire title and sparked questions about what else in her empire might have been exaggerated. Her claim to fame, the billionaire label, was suddenly under siege. The mom influencer angle hadn't worked. Her relationship with Travis wasn't giving her the same headline-grabbing energy that Tyga once had, and public opinion of Travis was starting to sour. Meanwhile, Kylie began slipping into scandals that weren't even entirely hers. Kylie versus Megan Thee Stallion. On July 12, 2020, Megan Thee Stallion was shot in the foot by Tory Lanez after leaving a pool party at Kylie's house. The very next day, Kylie posted a photo of her own foot with the caption, "Thank you God for another beautiful day." Fans called it bizarre, seeing it as mocking a victim of violence. Some insisted it was a coincidence, but just 4 days later, Kylie posted a TikTok lip-syncing to a Tory Lanez song in her car, once again interpreted as subtle shade toward Megan. Lanez was later charged with 3 felonies and sentenced to 10 years in prison, leaving the incident as a dark shadow over Kylie's public image. Fast forward to 2021, Kylie announced she was expecting her second child with Travis and launching a new venture, Kylie Swim. The announcement was initially met with excitement, but the reality fell short. Customers quickly realized the swimsuits were flimsy, turned transparent when wet, and didn't fit regular bodies. Another controversial chapter in Kylie's ever-dramatic rise and fall moments. The swimsuits seemed designed for a body like Kylie's, a figure carefully sculpted over years of cosmetic procedures. That might not have been an issue if the brand had been honest about it, but the line was sold as standard swimwear, leaving customers feeling duped and disappointed. Even today, Kylie Swim is remembered as one of the biggest Kardashian-Jenner business flops. But just when it seemed things couldn't get worse, tragedy struck. In November 2021, Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival in Houston descended into one of the deadliest concert disasters in recent memory. The crowd was dangerously overcrowded, partly due to Travis's own marketing, which encouraged fans to sneak in without tickets and rush the stage. When the surge hit, people were crushed and trampled, leaving 10 victims between the ages of 9 and 27 dead. Kylie released a statement the following day, saying her prayers were with the victims and claiming, "We weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out." But videos from the night told a different story. Her Instagram story showed ambulances attempting to rescue victims, and other concertgoers captured Kylie being rushed out by security. The backlash was immediate. Kylie retreated from social media, only returning 2 weeks later to promote a store opening in the UAE with Kendall, once again sparking criticism for seeming tone-deaf. The drama didn't end there. In February, Kylie and Travis welcomed their second child, Air, but rumors of infidelity erupted online. The scandal went viral, but it wasn't just about Travis allegedly cheating. Instead, the narrative revealed that Kylie herself was the side piece. It all started when an Instagram model shared a behind-the-scenes photo of Travis at a music video shoot. Fans immediately questioned why she was there, and Travis posted on his story claiming he didn't know her and that she wasn't invited. The model, however, fired back with videos insisting she had been invited all along and that Travis had known her for some time.
Say you don't know me and you've never been with me, when you've definitely been with me, when everybody's seen you with me, when I have pictures and videos of you with me.
The internet immediately picked up the trail and went digging, and what they found was explosive. Evidence of Travis and Rose's connection went all the way back to 2013. And this wasn't just a one-off coincidence. Rose had allegedly been in Travis's orbit for years, with dozens of photos surfacing over time, her sitting on his car, Travis's shoes casually left in her house, and even a birthday ski trip Travis supposedly took her on just 1 month after Kylie gave birth to their first child. The claims didn't stop there. Rose went even further, alleging that Travis cheating on Kylie was an open secret throughout Los Angeles, and that Kylie and Travis's relationship was little more than a PR stunt. Suddenly, what had seemed like a private scandal exploded into a full-blown LA gossip storm, casting Kylie and Travis's fairy tale life in an entirely new and shocking light. Despite the scandal, Kylie took Travis back, and they continued dating until January 2023. Shortly after, Kylie was linked to actor Timothee Chalamet, sparking rumors of another PR-driven romance. Their appearances were heavy on PDA and media coverage, and Kylie once again mimicked the style and aesthetic of her partner's ex, in this case, Lily Rose Depp, overhauling her image from bold, hypersexualized fashion to a more conservative, traditional chic. Fans noticed subtle changes, including lighter skin tone and a polished, curated aesthetic. Criticism soon focused on Kylie's appearance, with fans claiming she looked far older than 27 due to years of cosmetic work. Tabloids amplified her personal life, publishing salacious stories about her sex life with Timothee, which many believed were orchestrated PR stunts timed to overshadow the Netflix Astroworld documentary portraying Kylie and Travis unfavorably. Through it all, Kylie's life reflects a cycle of reinvention and careful image management. From being packaged as the next big thing at age 10 to the chaotic King Kylie era to PR-driven romances and business ventures, her identity has often molded around others' expectations, boyfriends, family, and media narratives. Once vibrant and outspoken, Kylie has gradually become a product of the system that raised her, a person whose life has been meticulously curated for fame, money, and headlines. Behind the glamour, the Reinventions, and the endless scandals, there has never really been space for Kylie to simply be Kylie.